Awesome. Let's get it going. So first we have Undead Unluck episode 19, Undead plus Unluck, but the plus is silent.
It
We got some
matters.
Hunter action going on here.
Yeah.
So the race is on as union members try to read To You From Me and also try their hand at being a mangaka in order to get ahead on the under. What an interesting premise for an episode, dude.
Yeah.
So we start this episode off talking about Fuko's literal Bible, To You From Me by the mangaka Ano Un. Ano Un basically means okay in Japanese. So that's a pretty wild name selection right there.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. When they said Ano Un, that just like we hear it all the time in anime, and I guess a lot of people don't really put it together. But Ano means like and Un means okay, got it, something like that. But the English name was like unknown, which was kind of weird. But I guess they was trying to make it where they didn't know the author. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's very fitting because the author is most likely under a pen name and she's never actually met anybody at the studio who actually makes the manga that she writes. So I thought that was kind of an interesting name for her.
Yeah.
Or him.
Oh,
But it's a her.
Yeah, it's a her.
We didn't know at the time.
Yeah. Spoilers. Even though if you've seen the show, you know what's happening.
Definitely. But I thought this was really cool. So basically, Fuko's favorite manga, To You From Me, or as Tyler likes to call it, the ripoff of Kimi no
Todoki.
Yeah, there you go. I don't remember the name of it.
From you to me.
But
or from me to you. My bad.
Yeah.
You got me all confused over here, Dad.
So basically, Juiz is under the impression that this story was actually written with an ancient artifact, similar to all of the cool ones we've seen in this show, like the Nimbus Cloud and the bow staff and everything else. And she says that this artifact is able to write down and basically tell the future. And with this, Juiz mentions that in volume 20, there's like a soccer arc. And it's like the alien soccer armada attacks the school or something like that. And it was a dead off ripoff of the alien invasion that took 5 minutes for Juiz to use her unjustice ability on the aliens and blow them all up. But the striker in this manga uses like justice kick or something, which like would be so stupid.
It's like some blue log shit up in here.
But when you're telling the story of the Union through this manga taking place in a high school, like that's kind of awesome,
Yeah, I was kind of wondering like how they was gonna do this, like how to make it like translate over, and it's kind of cool seeing how they actually did it. It's I'm like, how are they gonna get a romance, like a romance / slice of life story to tell the future of the world, So
definitely. And Juiz, again, she's pretty sure that the artifact G-Liner wrote this story, and she wants them to find the raw manuscript. And, Andy's idea here is all they have to do is whip up a killer manga and bring it to the studio. And from there, they'll get the end. They'll get connected with this writer, and they'll be able to take a look at the raw manuscripts. So,
yeah, and I want to say something here. Like, so at this time, why did you think they had to create a manga? Because I was kind of confused. At first I thought that they had to create a manga to change the future type deal. Did you think that or no?
No, I thought they were just trying to look for a way in the building. I mean, this was option B, in my opinion. I would have loved like an Ocean's 11 like heist scene where you had like all the negators working together on some like crazy heist. Because I love a good heist movie. That's a guilty pleasure of mine.
I mean, I feel like that would have been like right up this show's alley, but I think they really wanted to showcase like the manga, like some manga shit, you know?
And just break the fourth wall,
Yeah.
writing the manga that they live.
I love it. Not gonna lie.
I thought it was a very funny premise, definitely.
Yeah.
And it was so lighthearted and it just like kind of getting like, I mean, it was a comical look at what like a manga studio looks like. But holy shit, were they slamming energy drinks and they all had these backpacks with like 6 arms they could control with their brain waves, and like they're just all cranking out this manga. And the speed they were working at was pretty nuts.
Yeah, they got the whole Undead Unluck manga or whatever, finished in like a day, I think it was. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. But so Fuko's idea is to create a shoujo manga about her and undead. And it's called Undead plus Unluck. But the plus is silent. So I guess when, the writer decided to actually write this, it's like, I don't need a plus sign. Undead Unluck works.
Yeah.
I don't want any of these kids going undead plus unluck. Hunter x Hunter gets enough of that.
I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, when I first saw Hunter x Hunter, I'm not gonna lie, I did say the X a few times before I realized, oh wait, I'm just stupid. So
I picked a terrible time to drink some water right there. But yeah, some other cool things from this like little anime, like it was kind of like a Family Guy montage where they just do a bunch of stuff really fast, And they mentioned the God of Manga, Tezuka, which was cool to see. And then Star Wars too, which like that's just kind of cool to think of. Like you normally don't hear about like actual real life stuff in an anime like that. So it was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, they did they didn't actually mention Star Wars, I don't think, but they actually did like the scrolling credit.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I paused that to read it the first time. I was like,
What did
wait,
it say? Because I don't know. I didn't stop.
literally, literally exactly what happened this episode.
Oh, so it's like a summary of what
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
I have no idea why they included it, but like I was looking on my phone and then I looked up and like, what the fuck did I start watching Star Wars? Like, what's going on here? And I had to like triple check Hulu to make sure I was actually walking on Dead Unluck.
Yeah, when it popped up, I was like, "Wow, this is really cool," but I'm not reading all that. So,
It's like that classic One Piece meme where you've got fuck, what's his name? Luffy's brother, not Ace.
Sabo.
Sabo, he's like when he's a kid, just closes the book and just says, I'm not reading all that shit.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's a classic, dude. All right, but back to Undead Unluck. So they write this manga and they think that there's potentially other arcs of To You From Me that didn't make the cut. So when they go to, was it Shueisha? Is that where they went?
Yeah, Shueisha.
Okay, so they go to a really, really famous publishing company to show her the manga Undead Unluck. And she's like, this is pretty good. We'll enter it in our contest. She reads through it. And one of the really funny things she did is she asked Fuko how long it took to write. She's like, oh my God, I can't say a day. I can't say a day. And she goes, a week. And like the lady was like, how did you write this in a week?
I like how they did the little disclaimer too, like praising mangakas or whatever and apologizing for saying a week or whatever. I thought that was funny as hell.
Definitely, dude. But after she reads it and it's gonna get entered in this contest, she basically calls or asks the woman who works at Shueisha, hey, can I see the raw manuscript for, I keep wanting to say from me to you now, but to you from me. And one of the things that I didn't think about until they mentioned it was during the language unification, this would have changed to English if it wasn't written by an artifact, because it didn't affect the negators and it doesn't affect artifacts. So when she sees the manuscript and it's still in Japanese, it just puts their theory to rest. This was written with G-liner, and now they really need to meet with the mangaka to kind of get the deal on what those missing arcs were and stuff. So
yeah,
there were
smart move by Juiz, by the way. Very smart
definitely
move. So
Definitely. And it turns out 3 arcs weren't published. The Kohei's betrayal arc, which we can look at, and that's Billy's betrayal. The 4 Kings of the 4 Seasons arc, which lo and behold is the 4 challenges they have from Apocalypse right now are to defeat summer, spring, winter, and autumn.
yeah.
So like if they can read that up front and get that information, they have a huge advantage on who to go for, how to beat them, and everything like that. And then the last one is Ando's past arc, which my translating skills aren't the best here, but I'm going to assume we're going to learn a little bit about Andy's past.
And that has me pretty excited, not gonna lie. Because if we're seeing about Andy's past, that means we're gonna get to see Vic Thor, right? Figure
Yeah.
out what the hell's going on with him. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
pretty excited.
that'll be super fun, you know.
Yeah.
He's such a mysterious character and he's honestly like one of my favorite in this just cuz he's so fucking strong.
Yeah,
Like
I have a feeling like it's gonna be like a lot of battles in his past arc, I think. So
yeah, I mean it'd be cool to see him and Juiz like working together and stuff in the past, so that'd be kind of exciting.
yeah, working together.
Working together. Hey, they sound like they're friends, man. I don't know.
It sounded like more than friends, honestly,
Ah,
at some points.
that'll that'll get under Fuko's skin. But so after all this, Juiz wants to find the mangaka to figure out what happened in those arcs. And I have a question for you. Do you think the Under knows what's going on with this as well? Or do you think Andy and Fuko and the Union are kind of a step ahead of them right now?
Was I kind of think the under don't really know about it because I think Julius said that she didn't really tell anybody, right? Until now. So nobody really knows about the prophecy book or whatever. I would assume unless Billy is just
A shoujo weeb and doesn't tell anyone.
yeah, or that, or maybe he has more knowledge about, you know, stuff like that to begin with. If he knows about it, then they're probably going to try to go after it too. It would make sense for them to meet the to collide with each other at this like point, but I just don't know how Billy and them would know about it.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that until we get to the very end. So Fuko is actually able to get Ano Un on the phone and talk to her, and they set up a meeting in Canada to basically discuss what goes on in those arcs that weren't published. And they set up this meeting. It's at some bench in Canada. Did they say where in Canada, or did they literally just go Canada?
I think they said some kind of park in Canada, but I don't remember.
You figure they would say the province, you know? That's like saying,
Yeah.
I want to meet you at this bench in the United States. It just
Yeah.
sends a picture of a bench.
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure they said some kind of park. So just think like meet you at this bench at Yellowstone National Park or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? Like
I mean, it
you
didn't
probably
really
be able to
look like
find it.
it didn't look like a Yellowstone. It looked more like a park you find in Toronto or something like that. So
Well, what actually surprised me more was Ano Un's apartment or closet or whatever the hell she was living in. You see that shit?
yeah.
It looked like one of those like crime stopper shit with papers and dots everywhere.
I
So
mean, maybe she's trying to kill God too in her own way, you know? And she's trying to get people who are negators to basically find her. Like maybe that was her goal the whole time.
what could she possibly be G-Liner? Or is that an actual or is
So
she actually using an artifact?
so she's using an artifact. So she's using a pen, and how I think it would work, right? Is she's basically seeing these premonitions of the future or visions of the past, and then she's adapting it into a story that makes sense to tell to 13-year-old girls.
That's just so it doesn't make sense. That's weird.
Yeah, well, I think people would have got down to it and understood what was going on a lot sooner if it was like, imagine she was just drawing the union, not like trying to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They probably would have figured that out a lot sooner.
Okay. One more thing before we end this one. Do you remember what they said at the very end? Like when they had the letters coming up as they was leaving?
Yeah, so this was really crazy. So like they're leaving Shueisha HQ, and just the word show up on the screen: memory of Fuko inside of Shueisha HQ erased. 5 o'clock or 1700. So like my jaw kind of hit the ground on this. I was like, holy shit, is there another outside force like manipulating this? Or is it Ano Un who can rewrite the future? Because
Yeah.
like I know the Union has the ability to like erase memories and stuff, but why would they do that to Fuko?
Uh
Unless Billy took that artifact.
that's what's so confusing to me because this come out of nowhere, and this is like a massive cliffhanger because I guess they're saying that they're erasing Fuko's memory, right?
Yeah.
Of everything that happened inside of Shueisha headquarters. Um, which I don't know if it's for her own benefit because that's her Bible or whatever, and now she's gonna find out like that it's not fully like written or whatever, or if it's just like if they're going to meet her in Canada, like what's she's gonna have to know what happened in the headquarters, right? Like I don't get it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. That's why I'm
Yeah,
kind of like so perplexed by this. I'm like, I don't know what's going on right now. So I'm really excited to see next week's episode.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. I guess if that's all we got, we'll move on to the next one.
Let's do it.